Hi everyone, I'm Squid and today we're going to look at some of the champion and trait stats at the grand finals for the Macao Open. In what is like my first ever esports video, I've gathered the different comps and champs that the players used in the grand finals, and I want to bring you some of the facts that I have found from it. If you want to skip straight to the facts, use the chapters below because I'm going to quickly go into how I found the stats. So for this, I've gone back into the VOD, and for games 1, 3, 4 and 5, there was an overview of the round and the final compositions each player had, so getting the champs used was quite easy. But for games 2 and 6, this didn't happen, so I had to go through and work out what each player's composition was just before they got eliminated, so there might be some errors, but I think overall the results are going to be very sound. Another thing to note is that the champion stats are only based on where the game ended, so they might have used other champs before swapping them out. I just won't be able to find that out, and honestly, that's so much work. But anyway, that's enough of the how. Let's get into the what and start with the only champion that was 4-starred twice. So in the grand finals, Violet reigned supreme again and was the only champion that was 4-starred, and each time was using the ultimate hero anomaly, and interestingly both times they came second. The most used champs were Elise and Rel with 17 games each. Now Elise only had a top 4 rate of 29%, whereas Rel had 41%. These were probably hallmarks as they do offer good stability and tanking for your team. Unsurprisingly, the champion with the highest top 4 rate with over 5 games played is Victor, with 80% of them ending up as a top 4, and of those top 4, half of them ended up being a win. I can definitely see how they got a nerf in the latest mid-season patch. The most used trait of the final was Sentinel, and it had an average placement of 3.97. But the trait with the highest average placement is Family with a 3.5 placement, which is only narrowly beating Scrap, which had 3.52. And Family actually topped the standings once more with the highest top 4 rate of 75%, but actually never won a game. The highest win rate goes to Academy with nearly 30%, but what's more interesting is that the majority of the time they top 4'd, they actually went on to win 72% of the time. But at the very opposite of the spectrum is Quick Striker and Visionary, having the worst average placements with 5.08 and 5.23 respectively. Not the greatest for those trying to run Quick Striker Embassy compositions. And there we have it. I hope you enjoyed this quick look at the Macao Open from a stats perspective. Let me know in the comments if you'd be interested in me looking more into these esports tournaments in the future. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you in the arena.